Transcript. I didn't go to my sister's wedding, not because I couldn't, but because I wouldn't. Mom said it so softly I almost mistook it for love. We just want the photos to look flawless, she whispered, eyes darting toward my dress, the one I bought months ago. Cream silk, subtle, nothing dramatic, but apparently I wasn't aesthetic enough. They replaced me with one of her friends, taller, thinner, the kind that photographs well. So I smiled, nodded, and quietly erased myself from the family portrait. But that was only the beginning. He found out first the man I thought would stand beside me in those same family photos one day, Daniel. We'd been together 3 years. He was supposed to understand me, but he didn't defend me that day when my mother humiliated me in front of everyone. He just said, "They probably didn't mean it that way, babe. Don't take it so personally." And something inside me, something that had always bent to keep peace, snapped back into place. Not loud, not wild, just a quiet, cold alignment. Weeks passed. I noticed things. Things only someone who's learned to watch from the edges can see. He started texting late, turning his phone over when I walked in. New cologne. A shift in tone like I'd become background noise. Once he came home smelling like my sister's perfume, the same one I gifted her last Christmas. Vanilla and sandalwood, sweet, familiar, disgusting. Now I didn't confront him. I just watched because I've learned people confess more when they think you're not listening. The truth came not through a scream, but through a notification. Her name, her message. "I'll see you tomorrow, love. Don't forget the champagne." It wasn't the words, it was the intimacy of routine. Love, champagne tomorrow. She had taken my place. My sister, the golden child with the perfect smile and the camera-ready grace, was sleeping with my boyfriend. I remember sitting in the dark, the phone lighting my face, my heart oddly still. No tears, just clarity. They deserved each other, and I deserved something better, justice. I didn't scream, I didn't beg, I didn't warn, I planned. Because silence is power, and power, when used correctly, doesn't need to announce itself. First, I withdrew emotionally, physically, financially. He still thought I was his, that I was too soft to leave. While he slept, I moved my money. The joint account was mine to begin with. I'd paid most of the rent anyway, the apartment lease in my name, the car registered to me, every luxury he flaunted mine. He just didn't know it yet. Then I sent a message to my sister, a simple one. I know. No explanation, no threats, just enough to make her heart stop. Within hours, she called, voice trembling. "You don't understand." I hung up. She didn't realize I wasn't after an explanation. I was after exposure. A week before her wedding, I delivered a package to the event planner marked urgent. Inside, a USB drive. No label, no note, just video clips. Daniel and her together. Every kiss, every touch, every betrayal recorded from the hidden camera I'd installed months ago in my apartment, the one he thought was for home security. The planner opened it at the rehearsal dinner in front of both families. The silence that followed was beautiful. Daniel tried to call me. I let it ring. Then I blocked his number. The morning of the wedding, I woke up to a dozen missed calls, half the family in chaos, and one text from my mother. "How could you do this?" I replied, "You said you wanted flawless family photos. Now you have none." Daniel showed up at my door that evening, eyes red, suit wrinkled. He looked smaller than I remembered, like the truth had stripped him of height. "She left," he said. "Your sister," she called off everything. "Good," I said, stepping aside so he could see the half-empty apartment. He looked around, realizing too late that his life had already been dismantled. "You ruined me," he whispered. I met his eyes. "No, Daniel, you did. I just pressed play." He tried to stay to bed, to plead, but I had already moved beyond him. My revenge wasn't rage, it was revelation. People destroy themselves when you give them the silence to do it. I didn't need to yell. I just needed to stop protecting their lies. A month later, I saw my sister's wedding photos, or rather the ones that never were. Her social media had gone dark. Our mother stopped calling. Daniel disappeared into another city. Peace finally had a sound. It wasn't forgiveness, it wasn't apology, it was quiet. Sometimes I think about that day when Mom told me I wasn't aesthetic enough when they all decided image mattered more than loyalty. They taught me something that day. If you want flawless pictures, remove the rot before the flash. Now, when people ask why I didn't attend my sister's wedding, I just smile. I wasn't invited, I say. And for once it's true, because they had no wedding left to invite me to. They said I wasn't aesthetic enough to be a bridesmaid in.